1. Introduction to Astrological Houses. Begin by explaining the concept of astrological houses. What are the houses? The astrological houses divide the sky into 12 sections, each representing a different domain of life. As planets move through these houses, they influence specific life areas, offering insights into how certain events or energies will play out. Houses and birth chart. In a birth chart, the planets occupy these houses at the time of birth, showing which areas of life will be most influenced by certain planetary energies. Houses and zodiac signs. Each house has a natural correspondence with a zodiac sign, but the sign on the cusp of each house in an individual's chart is determined by their rising sign or ascendant. This makes every birth chart unique. 2. The first house, house of self. Keywords: identity, self-image, appearance, beginnings, personality. Meaning, the first house is often referred to as the house of self. It governs your personality, physical appearance, and how others perceive you. The sign on the cusp of this house is called the ascendant or rising sign, which reveals how you project yourself to the world. Life influence. Planets in the first house influence self-awareness, personal goals, and how you initiate new projects. For example, Aries ascendant, bold, direct, and energetic. Planets. A planet like Mars in the first house could make you assertive and action-oriented, while the Moon could make you emotionally expressive. 3. The second house, house of possessions. Keywords: finances, material wealth, self-worth, values, personal resources. Meaning, the second house governs your relationship with money, possessions, and values. It indicates how you earn and spend your money, as well as what you value most in life, including your self-worth. Life influence. The second house influences financial stability and how you handle material resources. For example, Taurus in the second house, strong focus on financial security, material comforts, and stability. Planets. Jupiter here might suggest financial abundance, while Saturn could indicate financial responsibility or restrictions. 4. The third house, house of communication. Keywords: communication, siblings, early education, short journeys, thinking, learning. Meaning, the third house governs communication, thought processes, and the exchange of ideas. It also rules relationships with siblings, early education, and short-distance travel. Life influence. This house affects how you think, learn, and express yourself in everyday interactions. For example, Gemini in the third house, a natural communicator, curious and quick-witted. Planets. Mercury in the third house enhances intellect and communication skills, while Neptune here could make thinking more imaginative or unclear. 5. The fourth house, house of home and family. Keywords: home, family, roots, ancestry, emotional foundation, private life. Meaning, the fourth house governs your home life, family, and emotional roots. It represents your relationship with your parents, especially the mother or maternal figure, and the foundation of your inner world. Life influence. Planets here influence your domestic environment and sense of belonging. For example, Cancer in the fourth house, a deep emotional connection to home and family, with a need for security and nurturing. Planets. The Moon in the fourth house emphasizes emotional ties to family, while Uranus could indicate sudden changes or unconventional family dynamics. 6. The fifth house, house of creativity and pleasure. Keywords: creativity, romance, children, play, self-expression, fun. Meaning, the fifth house is the house of creativity, romance, and pleasure. It governs activities that bring joy and allow you to express your individuality, such as hobbies, sports, and artistic pursuits. Life influence. This house influences love affairs, relationships with children, and creative projects. For example, Leo in the 5th house, passionate, creative, and enjoys being the center of attention in romantic or creative settings. Planets. Venus in the 5th house suggests a love for romance and beauty, while Saturn may restrict creativity or make you more disciplined in your creative endeavors. 7. The 6th house, house of health and work. Keywords: health, work, routine, service, daily responsibilities, wellness. Meaning, the 6th house governs your health, daily routines, work environment, and how you serve others. It's often associated with practical matters such as employment, diet, and fitness. Life influence. This house influences how you approach work and health, as well as your sense of duty. For example, Virgo in the 6th house, a meticulous and health-conscious approach to daily routines with a focus on service to others. Planets. Mars in the 6th house may give you the energy to excel in work, while Neptune here could lead to confusion or escapism in daily routines. 8. The 7th house, house of partnerships. Keywords: relationships, marriage, business partnerships, contracts, open enemies. Meaning, the 7th house governs one-on-one relationships, including marriage, business partnerships, and significant others. It represents how you relate to others in close, committed relationships. Life influence. Planets here affect your approach to partnerships and how you seek balance in relationships. For example, Libra in the 7th house, a strong desire for harmony and balance in relationships, often focused on cooperation and fairness. Planets. Venus in the 7th house suggests a love for partnerships, while Mars may indicate conflict or passion in relationships. 9. The 8th house, house of transformation. Keywords: transformation, death, rebirth, shared resources, intimacy, inheritance, power. Meaning, the 8th house governs transformation, death, and rebirth. It's associated with shared resources, intimacy, and matters of deep emotional or psychological significance. This house also deals with inheritances and other people's money. Life influence. The 8th house influences how you handle profound changes and shared finances. For example, Scorpio in the 8th house, intense emotional depth and transformative experiences, often involving power dynamics. Planets. Pluto in the 8th house suggests powerful transformative experiences, while Jupiter may bring luck or expansion through shared resources. 10. The 9th house, house of philosophy and travel. Keywords: philosophy, higher education, travel, beliefs, religion, expansion. Meaning, the 9th house governs long-distance travel, higher education, and philosophical or spiritual beliefs. It's the house of expansion, both mental and physical, and encourages you to broaden your horizons through learning and exploration. Life influence. Planets here influence your beliefs, worldviews, and experiences with travel and education. For example, Sagittarius in the 9th house, a love for adventure, learning, and exploring new cultures or belief systems. Planets. Jupiter in the 9th house emphasizes growth through education and travel, while Saturn may restrict these areas or bring discipline to philosophical studies. 11. The 10th house, house of career and public life. Keywords: career, reputation, public life, authority, achievement, ambition. Meaning, the 10th house is the house of career, social status, and public reputation. It represents your ambitions, achievements, and how you are perceived in the world. This house is often associated with authority figures, including your father or employer. Life influence. This house influences your career path and public image. For example, Capricorn in the 10th house, ambitious, disciplined, and focused on achieving long-term goals and recognition. Planets, Mars in the 10th house may drive career ambition and leadership, while the Sun here suggests a strong desire for public recognition and achievement. 12. The 11th house, house of friendships and social groups. Keywords: friendships, social networks, community, hopes and dreams, ideals. Meaning, the 11th house governs friendships, social groups, and community involvement. It also represents your hopes, dreams, and ideals for the future. Life influence: this house affects your relationships with friends and larger social groups, as well as your aspirations for society. For example, Aquarius in the 11th house, a deep commitment to social causes and group activities, often focused on innovation and progress. Planets, Uranus in the 11th house may lead to unconventional or sudden changes in friendships, while Saturn may bring structure and responsibility to social endeavors. 13. The 12th house, house of the subconscious. Keywords: subconscious, secrets, solitude, endings, spirituality, karma, healing. Meaning, the 12th house governs the subconscious mind, spirituality, and hidden aspects of life. It represents the end of cycles, introspection, and karmic lessons. This house is also associated with solitude, retreat, and healing. Life influence: planets here influence how you process hidden emotions and engage in spiritual or healing practices. For example, Pisces in the 12th house, deeply intuitive, spiritual, and drawn to solitude for personal reflection. Planets, Neptune in the 12th house enhances psychic sensitivity and dreams, while Mars may bring hidden frustrations or subconscious drives. 14. Conclusion: a holistic understanding of the houses. Synthesis of houses and life areas. The houses in astrology give us a clear framework for understanding how different aspects of our lives are influenced by the planets and signs. Each house represents a crucial area of life, from personal identity to relationships, career, and spirituality.